Good morning and welcome to Listed Plus TV. I'm your host, Tracy Lynn. Happy Thanksgiving weekend. Today we're here at Lindley Farms Market in Ancaster. Did you know that fall and Halloween are the second most popular holidays for home decorating? Decorate your home this weekend for Thanksgiving with the season's natural elements from the farm stand, the grocery store, and even your own backyard. A change in season calls for an update to your interiors. For fall, it's all about cozying up, and these spaces perfectly embody that warm and inviting feeling. Grab your cup of coffee and stay tuned because we're going to take you on a tour of Lindley Farms. Good morning and welcome to today's show. We're here at Lindley Farms in Ancaster for Thanksgiving weekend. Joe, thank you very much for having us out here today. Tell us, what can we expect?
Well, we have all our events happening this weekend, Tracy, at the farm. We have pumpkin hay rides, we have our 4-acre corn maze, zip line, everything at an affordable price for local families to come out and experience the farm.
Great, so lots of things that are happening, especially for families. They can come out here. And you mentioned that there's hay rides and there's other events that are happening?
Yes, when people want to go down to the field to experience either our corn maze or pick a pumpkin from our pumpkin area, we take people down on a wagon, and then they get to experience all the different crops that are still growing in the farm. Great,
well, I look forward to the experience that we're going to have here at your farm today. Stay tuned because you're joining us as well. Now let's get to the listings available in your area. 513 Marshagan Road, spectacular 24.98-acre country estate, fronting on a quiet, secluded road in Haldeman. 10 minutes to Dunnville, 35 to 40-minute commute to Hamilton. Easy QEW access, gentle winding paved drive leads to prestigious home and boasts manicured grounds with complementing a beautiful landscaping with a forest backdrop. Sophisticated interior, finished basement, in-law home with a cistern and septic tank. Grand foyer introduces a flawless design highlighted with a great room, cathedral ceilings, spacious kitchen with granite countertops and a walk-in pantry, formal dining room. Double natural stone fireplace showcases the office and family room, living room, 2-piece bath, and main floor laundry. With so much to offer, call for full details. Peter Hogaterp of Remax Escarpment at 905-545-1188. 66 Anderson Court in Ancaster. Spectacular value. Ancaster 4-bedroom, 2-story home with dream backyard that backs onto running trail. Features large pool surrounded by composite decking and large garden shed, change room, and gas hookup for outdoor fire pit. Hardwood flooring and tile throughout main floor. Stairs and bedrooms. Recently renovated basement and double car garage. Price to sell. For more information, call Jerry and Shelley Romano of Remax Escarpment at 905-389-9400. 118 Barons Avenue in Hamilton. Amazing location, excellent curb appeal, 1.5-story 3-bedroom home. Open concept plus dining room. Rear access off kitchen to large deck. New roof in 2014. Freshly painted. Unspoiled basement, possible in-law suite. Mostly newer windows, aluminum soffits, excellent starter home near the Rosedale area. Easy access to major highways from the Red Hill Expressway and shopping. For more information, call Al Cosentino of Remax Escarpment at 905-570-9997. Growing up
coming to Lindley Farms, it was definitely full of memories. And one of them was there was one pumpkin and you had to go out to the field to cut it. Joe, as I said, we had to go to the field and we had to cut the pumpkin off the vine, and there was only one kind of pumpkin, but today there's all different kinds of pumpkins and we're not going to the field. So tell me what's happening.
Well, essentially, Tracy, over the years, plant breeders have developed a lot more variety in terms of the pumpkins that are available, and people's tastes have changed too. It's no longer the traditional jack-o'-lantern pumpkin, okay? In the field here today, we have about 8 different kinds of pumpkins, and in total at Lindley's, we grow about 15 different kinds of pumpkins because everybody wants something different. So we have pumpkins you can eat, we have white pumpkins, which are ghost pumpkins, we have striped pumpkins, we have French pumpkins, warty pumpkins, you name it.
Yes, this is the warty ones, isn't it?
Yes, that's correct.
Very different. So lots to choose from here at Lindley Farms when it comes to pumpkins, and it's convenient because you can just come down and take it. And obviously, get your picture taken. That's like the iconic Thanksgiving weekend is coming down to see the pumpkins and getting your kids' photo taken here. Now, let's talk about pumpkin pie, because Thanksgiving, it's all about pumpkin pie. So what is the best type of pumpkin that we would use for it?
Right, this little guy right here is the pie pumpkin. The flesh on the inside is very smooth in terms of a texture,
okay,
and it makes very good pumpkin puree. If you were to take your regular jack-o'-lantern pumpkin and try to use it to make pumpkin puree, you'd not be happy with it because it's very stringy in terms of a texture and it's not very good. So that one primarily is for cutting and putting in front of the house. This one is ideal for baking with.
Well, that's great. Now you can come to Lindley Farms this weekend, pick up your pumpkin for Halloween, and don't forget to pick up your pumpkin for your pumpkin pie. Now let's head over to Hamco and join Andrew where he's talking about converting fuels. I'm sure there's people in my neighborhood, in yours, or there's an elderly relative that's living in a home that's still using oil to heat their house. Andrew, it's more common than we think that people are actually using oil and they haven't converted yet.
Correct. You'd be surprised. There's quite a few little local pockets or regional areas that oil was there and they've just kind of stayed with it and haven't evolved. So some of the neighbors around them, new surveys built near them are all on gas, but these people are still on oil.
Okay, so what's the difference? I mean, when I think of it, and I'm sure some of our viewers, like gas and oil, does it really matter?
It is considerable. At one point, you could argue that oil was around the same price, but now that the gas has become so mainstream, the average price has dropped. You have more options for products with better warranties and far better value. That the average bungalow, they're spending between $3,000 to $4,000 to heat on oil, and we're probably looking at maybe $1,000 to $1,200 on gas. So just from the raw savings alone over a 3 or 4 year period, it's significant. As well from the insurance perspective, as well as oil tanks that are in the home, they're really checking on them. If they're not certified within a certain period of time, they want a new one put in. So you start factoring in all these operational costs, and the savings is not really there. So the gas, just from a sheer cost number, far outweighs it. Even if you're there for a couple years, it makes it easier. It's also a sellable feature.
Okay, that's the other thing I thought of. We have a lot of homes that are going on the market. A lot of us are putting our homes up because it's a great time to sell.
Yes.
But would that not scare? I know it would kind of scare me a little bit seeing oil and not gas.
It does deter some clients. I just had a client that was 92 years old and they've just signed the paperwork to convert to gas, just in preparing to, once the house hits the market, it is going to be potentially sellable.
Great. Was there anything else that we need to know as your potential client, like if we are having to convert to gas?
Well, in most cases, people think there's a cost. Actually, not a cost really to switch to it. Essentially, the gas company, within your reasonable amount, 30 meters from the actual street or location, you can have the line brought to your home for nothing. Basically, we bill for any piping inside the home, which usually it's not as much as people think, and then the oil tank removal. So that's really the only extras you're paying than an average client who has existing gas is just replacing a furnace. So it's not what people think, and the savings alone just from the operational cost is pretty significant. That I would say, if you're even on the fence about it or you got an older oil furnace, consider it, because it's probably a lot more cost effective than you think.
Cost effective and peace of mind, definitely, because it's not going to charge us a lot of money to convert, and in long term it's great because we can sell our home even faster.
You got it.
If you would like more information on Hamco, you can visit their website at hamco.ca. Andrew, thank you very much for your time today.
You're welcome, Tracy.
(701) Broman Court. Stunning executive country estate located in upscale Casterville cul-de-sac. A friendly rural hamlet, 20-minute commute to Hamilton, near Grimsby, QEW access. positioned majestically on a manicured enhanced property with a paved circular drive. This immaculate one-owner mansion offers 4,000 square feet of stylish living, and it includes a fully equipped in-law suite over triple car garage, full high and dry basement partially finished, entertaining deck, and a pool with a deck surround. Grand foyer with 17-foot ceiling highlights sophisticated floor plan and features a spacious eating kitchen with white cabinetry and garden door deck walkout. Inviting great room sports cathedral ceilings and natural gas fireplace, main floor laundry, main floor bedroom, and also could be a possible office. Lavish upper level master with large ensuite and walk-in closet. For more information, call Peter Hogaterp of Remax Escarpment at 905-545-1188. 505 Ann Avenue in Burlington. This elegant 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom bungalow has character and charm. It sits on a beautifully landscaped half-acre lot in the heart of Aldershot, Burlington, and fronts onto the Burlington Golf and Country Club. This home is bright and it's full of natural light. A gorgeous gourmet chef's kitchen. It's perfect for family gatherings and entertaining. Features include built-in appliances, built-in wine rack, eating kitchen with a walkout to an oasis backyard, granite counters, pot lights, and hardwood flooring. The rec room features a stone wall and wet bar. This home is an outdoor entertainer's dream, complete with a saltwater pool, cabana, hot tub, gazebo, pond, gas fire pit, and extensive beautiful gardens and patios. For more information, call Diana Bradbury from Bradbury Estate Realty at 905-681-8617.
When I was younger, I grew up coming to Lindley Farms every fall, every Thanksgiving weekend. And now I'm bringing my family here and we're making memories too. Joe, it's the famous corn maze here. And you know what? It actually brought back lots of memories because I remember as a kid coming here with my family, and now I'm bringing my kids here. So tell me about the setup that's happening.
Well, each year, Tracy, we do a 4-acre corn maze for families to come out and experience it. And each year it's a different theme. I won't tell you what the theme is this year. You'll have to come out. But we try to work either with a local business or do something that is Canadian in nature. And that's certainly what the maze is this year. And we allow people to go through the maze, and you have to visit this year 7 different stations inside the maze and solve our puzzle. So it's not simply a case of running through. You actually have to navigate through with your partners or with your families, find 7 different stations. Each station has a letter on it, and then you have to unscramble the theme word to the actual maze.
Oh, it's a puzzle. I didn't know that. I just would take off and start running. No wonder I got lost halfway through. So it's a puzzle, and then there's something we have to solve at the end of it.
Right, exactly. So we give you a ballot on your way in,
okay,
and the ballot on one side is an actual map of those 7 different stations, and on the flip side to that is you can fill in your name, and we have prizes at the end of the year if you solve the word correctly.
Great. Well, lots of family fun happening at Lindley Farms this weekend. And now let's head over to Mars Homes, where we're going to join Steve from Vartanian Rugs. Homeowners are always on the lookout for the latest trends, I know myself included. We always want to get that model home look. And today we're here at Mars Homes Decor Center with Steve. Steve, when we talk about trends in flooring, obviously there's a lot of styles to choose from. But when it comes to new home buying, what's trending?
What's trending right now are the LCLs that we talked about in the sense of the carpets. So we're interchanging those products on a constant basis to make sure we keep the latest fashions, the greatest colors, and as well we're just trying to give the homeowners something that we know is going to be practical and try and get the most longevity out of the products that they possibly can.
Okay. Well, I know when we think of hardwood flooring, I know I've heard this before from our viewers. We traditionally go to that light, was it maple or an oak or something? where we grew up with those colors, but it's totally different now.
Right. So what we did, though, for the sake of shopping for that homeowners, we left some of those products here.
Okay.
We actually have a floor that we have completed over here on the decor center floor, which is blocks of different colors and different styles of wood, so people can get an idea on a larger scale how it's going to look in their home. But the samples themselves, they'll have the older traditional colors here for those that don't want to break away from it, but then they can compare it against some of the new hot stuff that's out there as well.
And carpet, unbelievable. The design and the texture that's now trending in the new homes is, it's actually really nice because you wouldn't expect how it would look like laid out.
Right, and people aren't afraid to make that move now to do something different, or even if it's just in one room like the great room or maybe a stair runner, whatever the case might be. So what we did is we staged the decor center to have different levels of products, entry products, upgrade 1, level 2, level 3, etc., to get them as much of a scope of what they could have in their homes without overdoing the decor center.
Great. Now, I know a lot of the new homes, the model homes, the biggest trend is putting the hardwood floor right into the kitchen so that there's no seams of different flooring. It's kind of just one big floor when you walk in.
Right, and that's number one, people like the idea of having something soft to walk on in the kitchen versus ceramic. The wood is it does feel softer on the feet. It also warms up easier, but also it gives you still that view of having a larger space on your main floor by keeping it one consistent flooring.
Great, and so you are going to be available for us when we are picking out the flooring for our homes to give us the latest trends and what's kind of happening, right?
Exactly, we're here on the show, and then what will happen after that is the people will have some sort of idea or concept when they're going to buy their new homes, make their color picks, and get an idea what to look for.
Great, well thank you very much.
My pleasure.
If you would like more information, you can visit their website at vartanianrugs.com or stop by their showroom. Thanks, Steve.
My pleasure, Trace.
90 Bianca Drive in Hamilton. Great family home in family-friendly South Mountain neighborhood. Backyard oasis boasting in-ground saltwater pool, outdoor bar and bathroom. Updated kitchen featuring granite countertops, stainless steel appliances, completely finished basement with cozy family room and den, spacious bedrooms and huge master room with ensuite. No disappointments here. For more information, call Miguel Lima from Century 21 Aberwin at 905-525-9990. 4836 Canberra Road in Wellandport. Privacy abounds as this spacious 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom raised ranch home sits on 17 acres. Enjoy the natural vistas as you are surrounded by fields with hilltop setting and a gentle slope to Beaver Creek. Bright country kitchen with oak cabinetry and walk out to large deck overlooking fields and trees. Lower level rec room has cozy wood burning stove and walk out to backyard. Detached garage is insulated. For more information, call Isaac Phillips of Royal LePage State Realty at 905-774-7631. Unit 119 at 55 Stewart Street. Stunning first floor unit with private backdoor entrance at Thompson Hotel Residences South, facing beautiful Victoria Memorial Park. Fully finished with modern Italian furniture. Lots of inclusions and parking spot. Turnkey opportunity for owners or investors. Luxury condo living and hotel amenities without the hassle of elevators or hallways. And exclusive access to one of Toronto's best rooftop pools. Close to shopping, restaurants, cafes, and more. For more information, call Vito Anthony Casella from Home Life Royal Corp at 416-799-4413. 214 at 111 Civic Square Gate. Beautiful, prestigious Aurora. This can be your home in this beautiful condo unit that boasts crown molding, backsplash with undermount lighting, beautifully upgraded cabinets, and stainless steel appliances. This unit comes with a large master bedroom, plus a 4-piece ensuite and large walk-in closet. Stunning condo with amazing amenities and large outdoor pool. Great location, close to all amenities, public transit and highway. For more information, call Vito Anthony Casella from Home Life Royal Corp at 416-799-4413.
It's Thanksgiving weekend, and nothing brings in fall like a hayride. Joe, you offer hayrides here, right here at Lindley Farm, so tell us a little bit more about that.
Well, this weekend, being holiday weekend, we'll have pumpkin hayrides from 10 until 4 p.m., Saturday, Sunday, and holiday Monday.
Nice, and it's something that the kids can enjoy with their parents, and you're going to take us on a tour of the whole farm as well, right?
Absolutely.
Great, well, thank you very much. And now let's get over to Ancaster, where we're going to meet up with Jerry Gatto to continue our Law Talk series. We're here with Jerry Gatto in Ancaster, and we're talking about myths associated with closing day. Jerry, lots of myths out there, and of course, being the public, we believe them. So help us with this.
Well, there are lots of myths. There are lots of myths. To begin with, normally, once we've had our initial meeting that we talked about our last session, the client understands the process. I always recommend that a day before closing, the client obtain a final inspection of the home just to ensure that there has been no damage or things are basically in the same condition as they saw them. Make sure boxes are packed, make sure it looks like the people are leaving, because we've had situations where people haven't packed and nothing's left and nothing's occurred. Once we sign all the papers a couple days before closing, we sign the mortgage, we sign the transfer. On the day of closing, what traditionally happens is we will arrange to have our money couriered over to the other lawyer acting for the vendor. He arranges to courier the keys to our office. At that point, once both sides have all the money and the keys, we do a final sub-search of the property to ensure that there has been no liens registered since the last time we did a search. We then also do a writ of execution search to ensure that there have been no judgments registered against either the vendor or the purchaser that could frustrate the transaction. At that point, once we're satisfied, the lawyer for the vendor releases the transfer to us. We register. At that point, you're now the proud owner of a new home.
Okay, so I thought on closing day, again going back to myths, I was just getting a key at a certain time because the person didn't have to be out of my home that I purchased till like 6 o'clock at night, and that's it. But you're doing a lot. You actually do a lot on closing day.
We do a lot. We coordinate. I always say to my clients, the lawyer at the end of the day, to use a football analogy, is the quarterback. He coordinates you getting your home. The myth about what time I have to be out of my home, I've had people say, well, I don't have to leave until 6 o'clock, or I don't have to leave until midnight. That's wrong. In law, once the transfer has been registered and the vendor has your money, you're now the proud owner of that home. No different than when you purchase a car. If I come to you and you've got a brand new Ferrari, Tracy, and I'm buying it from you, and once I give you the $100,000 for the Ferrari and you give me the keys, you don't get to drive the Ferrari anymore. It's my car. I get to drive it away. So if the transaction closes at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, legally, you are now the owner at 2 o'clock. If it closes at 5 o'clock, you become the owner at 5 o'clock. And the vendor should be out of the home at that point.
Okay, so you really are working for your client. That's great. If you would like more information on services offered by Jerry, check out his website at gattolaw.ca. Jerry, thank you very much for all your information.
My pleasure, Tracy.
14 Blackburn Lane. Lovely, custom-built brick bungalow. Very private backyard backing onto the park. Open concept main floor features separate dining room. Beautiful eat-in kitchen with granite, large great room with vaulted ceilings and Waterford gas fireplace, and walkout to a beautifully landscaped backyard. All newer windows, slate floors, and hardwood throughout. California shutters, and so much more. For more information, call Jennifer Daniel of Judy Marr Sales at 905-522-3300. 41 Wilcox Drive at Peacock Point. Open concept year-round home. Living room with gas fireplace, 2 bedrooms, newer full bathroom, newer unspoiled high and dry basement for added space, newer siding with insulation, furnace, plumbing pump, flooring, 100 amp breaker panel, large driveway for up to 6 vehicle capacity, large rear and front deck to enjoy the view of the lake. For more information, call Mario Carvalho of Coldwell Banker Pinnacle at 905-317-9831. 26 Klansman Crescent, meticulously maintained Caledonia beauty. Located in a desirable crescent location currently backing onto open fields on a premium lot, offering 3 + 1 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and a flowing open concept layout throughout. Highlights include updated oak kitchen with granite countertops and breakfast bar, living room and dining room with bamboo flooring, 3 spacious upper-level bedrooms, bright lower-level rec room with gas fireplace, bar, and new carpeting, modern decor and fixtures, landscaping, attached double garage, and recent paved driveway. Great curb appeal and an even better rear yard. Close to all amenities and schools. Ideal family home and neighborhood. For more information, call Chuck Hogerterp of Remax Escarpment at 905-545-1188.
Well, that's it. The show is over. Thank you for joining us for another incredible lineup here at Listed Plus TV. And don't forget to stop by Lindley Farms this weekend with your family, pick up a pumpkin, enjoy a hayride, and come by and see their corn maze. Joe, thank you very much for having us out here this weekend. We hope everyone has a happy Thanksgiving. Let's do this.